Facebook groups, such as this one, have become invaluable ways to share resources, build a sense of community, and there are many features in 2020 that can really help you grow the group. I'll look at things like adding topics, making announcements, setting the rules for a group, making questions available to ensure you get the right quality of members to the group, how you invite people to the group. Lots of different features we'll look at. So let's get started. Here we have a group that's been created as a public group. And here's the first thing to look at. How are you interacting with the group? So if you're a page, and I'll set up a page, PR Wilson Media, and that's actually linked directly to this group. So if I was to go to that page now, you'll see under the section Groups that this is linked to this page. So that means then that I can invite people who've liked this page. So over time they might get to know the page first and then they might be interested in the group. So if I click invite here, I can literally select each person I see and click invite. And you can do that for groups of up to 50 at a time. If you've got multiple pages that you run, you might even link them to link more than one page to the group. Now, you created the group from PR Wilson Media, but you can switch the view from that page to you personally. Now, in this case, I've got the same icon to represent page and personal. However, it means that when I type in the discussion area, or even like a post, I'm liking as me personally. So be aware of the different modes, interacting as yourself or changing that to interacting as the page. Next up, we'll consider what content you can put into a group. And this is where groups have the unique advantage. They have the ability to upload either a document, PDF, PowerPoint, whatever type of file. But files are already being added to this group, as you can see here. And they can be grouped together, documents, PDFs, etc. So, simple way to add something, you could do it directly here in this section and upload a file. Just choose a file and upload it. Or when you're going to do a post, you could say, here's the guide for film media, and then click on more, add file, and again search for that file. Simply select the file and then post. Now bear in mind you can only post one file at a time with this method. There's no way to currently upload multiple files. However, it gives the whole group something that you can access any time. You can see it in the news feed as well. So a really handy feature. Right, next we'll look at announcements. So if you remember the process of pinning a post to the top of your page, this is in a similar kind of way. The announcements are the key updates for the group from the administrators, from the moderators. And you can see here the latest announcement that's been shared here at the top, and if I click on, you can see it's been pinned to the top. So obviously you can replace what's pinned to the top any time. You can have as many announcements as you like, but I would suggest maybe 2 or 3. Here on the right you can see popular topics on the post. Now it's been a sticky issue in Facebook groups. Some groups didn't get topics immediately, but it does make it a lot easier to navigate. For example, if you just want to look at any Facebook content that's been created, you click on Facebook and instantly you've got all the videos and content that have been made about Facebook. If you want to check or assign a topic for a particular post, you can say this is a welcome message, and then underneath here you've got add post topic. So if I select in the area there, I'll say welcome. I'll remove that Facebook one and I'll say welcome. Now note, at this stage there's no way to add a second topic, so that is kind of restrictive in terms of how it works, but at least it's a guideline for everyone to use. So I can again manage these topics that we have, so you can pick and choose which ones are featured. You can say newest first. You could search by popularity, search by alphabetical. Okay, so if we were to look at the next one down, units. Units are a way to share resources, maybe training materials, that people can access any time. So they just simply click on the left hand side and go straight to units. They can maybe get to a ready-made set of videos, the complete toolkit, training collections. Now, how do you create units? You can create them here within this page. If you go to the group settings, the way it's enabled in the first place is to add a section, social learning units. And there are other sections you can add as well, like jobs, for example. And while we're in this section, group settings are important because you get the chance to put in the details of the group, what its purpose is, and most importantly, you can give it a name, a permanent name, and select the privacy. Now this is the key bit. If you want to change it to from a public to a private group, that is possible. However, it's a one-way street. Once you've changed to a private group, you can't in the future then go back to making it public. So be very cautious around this. My advice is to start with a public group, grow, see how it goes, and then if you need to make it private, you've got enough members, then make it private. It means the group is easily findable, it's visible, and it's any searches, etc., that can be found. In terms of who's in the group, you can have membership being approved by anyone who's a member of the group or just the admins and moderators. You could even pre-approve in some circumstances. And who's allowed to post is also key. Are you going to open it up to everyone to post, or are you just going to say admins only? I would suggest everyone should be allowed to post, but there's still the setting to approve the posts by the administrators. So the key areas are discussion. The latest topics are going to be there. People will, as members of the group, will get recommendations from their notifications to say whether there's a new post or not, and it will evolve over time. So one final thing to look at is a list of members and the fact that pages as well as individual people can join groups. That's a great feature. You can have it set again in your group setting. basically just need to go to more, edit group settings, and then as you scroll down you'll see the option. Now you have to be connected as your page rather than personal. Here's a membership request from pages to either allow them or you say don't allow them to join. So if you say don't allow them to join at this stage, pages that have already joined will be able to remain. So gives people the flexibility to be part of a group, not as themselves personally, but just involved to promote their business. That's a good thing. The final thing I wanted to look at here is the moderate group option around asking questions. So here on the left hand side you've got membership questions, and I ask 3 questions related to the group. 1 is how you use social media, 2 is how you heard about us, and that's always great insight into where the traffic comes from, and finally how many hours per week. They should be fairly straightforward to answer. Notice here you can actually say include your group rules and ask them to select that they agree to them, and here under create rules you can see at the moment I've got 4 rules set up and people have to abide by these. You can also customize them by using that tab. So there you have a quick walkthrough of some of the features involved in groups in 2020. Now take a look at the switch to new Facebook mode, and you can see that there are going to be some presentation differences in the way it's handled within Facebook 2020 device. You've got the admin tools are lined up here, the same topics as you can achieve with the other groups, like for example group rules, and you can create them there, but just looks a little bit different, a little bit cleaner, and I'll probably go through this 2020 interface in more detail in a future video. So that's it from me for now. I'm Paul from PR Wilson Media, your social media personal trainer. Cheers. You say moderate group. That'll help you find ways to make the most out of your group. Here we go.